a little bit, but you can go back and you can answer for questions number 4. Describe the various issues and concerns that people have with water. And then what challenges have oil brought to the Middle East? Both are really good questions. And then 5, I want you to be answering, considering the region's landforms, waterways, and resources, write a paragraph describing the economic challenges or advantages that a country in the region might have. For this paragraph, if you want to type it and you want to send it to me, that's fine. You can also just write it in your delegate handbook. If you're writing it in any person writing it, make sure that you are writing it as a race to respond, so that you're citing evidence from the text about one particular region or country and what challenges or advantages they might have because of the landforms, waterways, and resources. All right, go ahead and you can pause the video, or if you're ready to move into the climate regions, you can follow along here. Picture this. A shadoof looks like an abstract culture, but it serves as a vital purpose. Watering dry land areas in parts of North Africa. A bucket is attached by a rope at one end of the shadoof beam and balanced by the weight of the other end. A person pulls on the rope, which lowers the bucket into a well, filling it with water. Releasing the rope raises the bucket, which can be emptied into a ditch to water the soil. Read this section to learn more about the region's dry climates and effects of those who live there. All right, a dry region. Dry continental air masses warmed by the sun blow over much of North Africa, Southwest Asia, and Central Asia. As a result, much of the land is desert with dry, hot climate. The Sahara. The vast Sahara is the world's largest desert, covers much of North Africa. Summer temperatures can reach scorching highs. The highest temperature ever recorded is 136 degrees Fahrenheit. Was measured at Alaziyu? Sure. In Libya, winter temperatures are cooler, averaging about 55 degrees Fahrenheit. About 3 inches of rainfall each year in the Sahara. Rain usually falls in the winter months, but occasionally violent thunderstorms in summer can cause flooding. Dry riverbeds cause wadis, fill with water when it rains. Most of the Sahara is dry land covered with rock or gravel. About 20% of the desert is covered by large sand dunes, which are called ergs. The Sahara also contains oases, where the land is fertile as the result of water from a spring or well. Villages and towns and cities have grown around many Saharan oases. Desert and steppe areas. The region has other desert areas besides the Sahara. The Arabian Peninsula is covered by deserts. In the south lies the vast Rub al-Khali, or empty quarter, about the size of Texas. The sandy area averages about 4 inches of rainfall per year. In Central Asia, rain shadow areas created by high peaks along with dry continental winds have formed large deserts. The Karakum, or the Kuzelkum, both deserts have hot summers, but very cold winters. That is because those areas are in middle latitudes. Bordering the region's deserts are the dry, treeless, but grassy plains called steppes. Steppes are found in areas north of the Sahara, Turkey, to have east and the east in Central Asia. Steppe areas receive more rainfall, between 4 and 6 inches per year, than do deserts. Some people on the steppes live as nomads, moving across the steppe areas to find food and water for their herds. Others practice dry farming, or method in which left unplanted every few years so it can restore moisture. Just a quick pause really quickly. One of the questions on your GeoLive was about nomads and was about the nomadic herders or livestock raising. That's where we're going to find a lot in Kazakhstan and those northern stans. All right, moving on. Other climate areas. Coastal areas in North Africa, the central Mediterranean, and Turkey have Mediterranean climates. These warm areas receive enough rain to support agriculture and therefore more people than other parts of the region. A small portion of Central Asia has humid subtropical climate with hot summers and mild winters and plentiful rainfall. Highland climates can also be found in the region's mountainous areas. Because farming in the mountains is difficult, the few people who live in the highlands usually herd animals. The need for water. Rainfall is sparse over much of the region. Also, high temperatures cause surface water to rapidly. As a result, the growing population does not have adequate water to meet its needs. A large amount of water is used to irrigate dry farmland. Some countries, such as Libya, now draw water from aquifers or underground rock layers, through which water flows. On the previous page shows aquifers in part of the region. In addition, countries have often compete for scarce water resources, including a chance of conflict. For example, dams that Turkey is building on the Tigris and Euphrates River redirect water that in the past would have flowed to Syria and Iraq. Some governments, such as those in Jordan and Syria, are dealing with the water shortages by rationing. Rationing means that a resource is made available to people in only limited amounts. Another approach to managing water is desalination. This process treats seawater to remove salts and minerals and make it drinkable. Oil-rich countries have built desalination plants, making Southwest Asia the world's leader in creating usable water from seawater. Desalination is costly, so poor countries are not able to use this process and will continue to face water shortages. That's it for climate regions of the Middle East. The two questions here for you guys is, what does the region contain a large amount of deserts? Okay. This is an explanation of what can you explain or how can you explain the Sahara that's over here in Africa, the empty quarter down here in Saudi Arabia. What is causing all of these deserts? Okay, I want you to be thinking back to, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, read this desert and steppe areas. And then the next question is, describe the relationship between the region's climate and its agriculture. So this would be this other part. All right, good luck with the rest of it.